Hello and welcome to Easy Talk English, the podcast where you learn real English through simple, natural conversations. If you want to improve your listening, speaking, and, well, your daily English, you are definitely in the right place. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake.
Hi, Jake. How are you today? How's it going?
I'm good, thanks, Emma. A little tired, it's been a long week, but good. How about you?
I'm doing really well. I had a very strong coffee this morning, so I'm feeling ready for the day, fired up.
Nice. Yes, a coffee, maybe two, before a big event like, say, a job interview is very important.
Exactly. And that's actually a perfect transition because today we are talking all about job interviews.
Yes, a topic that makes a lot of people feel nervous, to say the least.
Oh, very nervous. You get the sweaty hands, the fast heartbeat, your mind just goes completely blank.
Oh, yes, I've definitely been there. The mind blank thing is the worst.
Me too. So let me ask you first, Jake. Do you remember your very first job interview?
I do. And honestly, it was terrible. Just a complete disaster.
Really? Okay, you have to tell me. What happened?
Well, the interviewer asked that classic first question, so tell me about yourself. And I completely panicked. I talked for about 5 minutes straight and said almost nothing useful.
5 minutes. Wow, that's a long time.
It felt like an hour. I just kept talking.
That's such a common problem, though. People either say way too little, like one sentence, or way too much.
Exactly. I think I talked about my high school, my hobbies, my dog. I'm pretty sure I mentioned my favorite pizza topping. Just everything except my skills for the job.
And it's already so stressful, but I think job interviews can be extra stressful if English isn't your first language.
Yes, absolutely. Because you're not just answering the questions, you're trying to sound confident and professional and clear, all while translating in your head.
And polite, but not boring. It's a lot to balance.
Right. So, Emma, let me turn it around. Have you ever interviewed someone for a job? Been on the other side of the table?
Yes, I have, many times actually. And I'll tell you a little secret from an interviewer's perspective.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
Okay, interviewers are usually not trying to trick you. We're not sitting there hoping you fail. We genuinely just want to understand who you are and if you'd be a good fit for the team.
That's a really important point. I think a lot of people think interviews are like exams, like there's a secret right answer.
But actually, it's much more like a professional conversation. We want you to succeed. So, with that in mind, should we talk about some common interview questions?
Let's do it.
Okay, so the most famous one, the one you mentioned, tell me about yourself.
Right. And this does not mean tell me your entire life story starting from when you were 5.
Exactly. A good answer focuses on your professional life, your relevant experience, your key skills, and why you're sitting in that chair today.
For example, a simple structure could be present, past, future. You could say something like, well, I currently work as a customer service assistant. Before that, I spent 3 years in retail where I developed my communication skills. I'm now looking for a new challenge where I can use my problem-solving abilities.
That's perfect. It's clear, it's simple, and most importantly, it's relevant to the job. Okay, so next question. What are your strengths?
Yes, this one can feel uncomfortable, right? Because you don't want to sound arrogant or like you're bragging.
Mm-hmm. But it's an interview. It's okay to talk positively about yourself. The best way to do it is to connect your strength to the job and give an example.
Right, so don't just say, I'm good at time management. Instead, say something like, one of my greatest strengths is my time management. In my last role, I was responsible for multiple projects at once, and I always prioritized my tasks to make sure I met every deadline.
Yes, that sounds so much more professional and confident. And then, of course, there's the question that many people fear.
Let me guess. So, what are your weaknesses?
Exactly that one.
The key here, I think, is to be honest but smart. Don't say, my weakness is that I'm always late.
No, definitely not. And also avoid the fake weakness like, oh, I'm just a perfectionist or I work too hard. Interviewers have heard that a million times.
Mm-hmm. A good approach is to mention a real but maybe small weakness and then show that you're actively working to improve it.
For example, you could say something like, in the past, I sometimes felt nervous about speaking up in big meetings. However, I've been actively working on it by preparing my points beforehand, and I now feel much more comfortable sharing my ideas.
That's a great answer. It shows self-awareness and progress, and interviewers really like that.
Jake, do you think it's okay to admit you're nervous in an interview?
Oh yes, absolutely. 100%. Being a little nervous just means you care about the job.
I agree. And most interviewers are human. They understand that. But one thing that really helps with nerves is preparation.
Definitely. Thinking about your answers is good, but you shouldn't memorize them word for word.
Right, because then you just sound unnatural, like a robot reading a script.
And robots usually don't get the job.
Not yet, at least. Another great tip is to practice, like a role play, with a friend or even just in front of a mirror.
Yes. Okay, let's do a mini example right now. I'll be the interviewer. Are you ready?
Okay, let me just sit up straight. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay. So, Emma, why do you want to work at this company?
Well, I've been following your company for a while, and I really admire your focus on innovative projects. I enjoy working in a creative environment, and I believe my skills in project management could really contribute to your team.
Perfect. That was natural and professional. Okay, how about this one? Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
That's a great question. In 5 years, I hope to have developed my skills significantly within this role and taken on more responsibility. Eventually, I'd love to be in a position where I could lead a small team.
Excellent. You see how phrases like develop my skills and take on more responsibility show ambition and a desire to grow.
Exactly. They're great phrases to use. Okay, so I think now would be a good time to let's rewind and look at some of those useful words and phrases from today.
Good idea.
First, the word interview itself. An interview is a formal meeting where an employer asks you questions to decide if you are the right person for a job.
Next, the phrase, tell me about yourself. Remember, this means a short, professional summary of your recent work life, not everything.
Strengths are the things you are good at, like being organized or creative.
And weaknesses are the things you are working to improve.
And that phrase, looking for a new challenge, is a great, positive way to say you want a new job.
It shows you're motivated. You want to grow and develop in your career. Other good ones we used were take on more responsibility, develop my skills, and contribute to the company.
Those are all fantastic phrases. So before we finish, do you have one last simple tip for our learners?
I do. Practice out loud. Don't just think about the answers in your head. Say them out loud. Record yourself on your phone, listen back, and improve step by step.
That is such good advice. And remember, everyone, you don't need to have perfect English to get a job.
That's right. You just need clear, honest, and confident English.
Well, that's it for today's episode of Easy Talk English.
We really hope this helped you feel just a little more confident about your next job interview.
We'll be back next time with another real conversation in easy English.
Thanks so much for listening.
See you next time.
Goodbye, everyone.